Well, I'm going to talk about elephants because they're an ethical part of Thai culture and history. In the past, every Thai king has white elephants, also used to be on our nationals and on our coins and banknotes. So, Thai people are very fond of elephants. We even have an elephant day on March 13th. What else? Some Thai Buddhist temples have been built on the spot, where then elephant shrine and elephant statues. As you can tell, elephants are everywhere. You can find them in the wild, Thailand, but also in cities, and also the elephants were in captivity. They used to be an important part of the workplace in the forest. That was their primary occupation, but as a result of conservation programs, there's less logging nowadays. Workers now bring them into the city as this is the only way they can make a living. Basically, elephant numbers are falling this day, and I think that's why there's been a lot of publicity about them recently. Cities aren't really the ideal environment for animals, they're full of pollution. On the other hand, elephants can damage roads and they can be dangerous for humans. So the government has cracked down on this and some elephants have been moved out. In order to protect them, we now have an elephant conservation center. Also, every year there's a special event to help raise awareness and money to, to, to look after our elephants because they are such important creatures to us. Example number 4. A language I would like to learn is Spanish. It's used not only in Spain but also in many other countries, and I believe it is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. So it's a language that is definitely worth knowing. It would be useful for business purposes. Also, Spanish culture is becoming more and more influential internationally. It is, for example, overtaking English as the most widely spoken language in certain parts of the USA. It is influencing music and art. So, all in all, I think it's a handy language to know. I doubt it would be too challenging for me to learn Spanish because it is a Latin language, but just like my mother tongue, French, I think Spanish I think Spanish vocabulary would be easier for me to acquire than Spanish grammar. I understand the grammar is one of the most difficult things about the Spanish language. I would use Spanish primarily when going on holiday. I've been to Spain many times and I always find that if you go off the beaten track, it's difficult for to find people who speak English. You get very good at speaking with your hands, and it's difficult to really engage with people and understand the culture if you don't speak the language. Speaking Spanish would undoubtedly make my holidays a lot easier and more enjoyable. On top of that, the company I work for has an office in Madrid, and it would also be very interesting to be able to work there. I would enjoy the challenge and the exposure to a new culture. It would be such an exciting opportunity to make the move. So I obviously need to be able to speak Spanish. Luckily, my company would most likely sponsor me to have Spanish lessons. Where have you been in Spain? I've been to Spain many times, and each time I did a road trip. One trip was in the north of Spain, traveling from France across the Pyrenees, through the Basque country, and all the way down to Madrid.